What the hell is this? In 2012, we saw the release of the Avengers and the LEGO Marvel team, and a year later, the video game. I didn't know it yet, but this video game would become one of my favorites of all time. I actually didn't even get this game when it first released. But luckily for me, my brother did. So every time he was out of the house, I'd go into his room and I'd play the game on his PlayStation. This game is the first ever game that I beat to 100%. And still when I was finished, I would go back and play the game. And yeah, it has its fair share of glitches. But none of the glitches were game-breaking. The worst glitch that I ever encountered in this game was a glitch where I was able to get Deadpool early, and then the next day it took him away from me. But I was able to get him again eventually once I met the requirements. Most of the glitches in this game were just fun. There was a glitch where you could mess up Mr. Fantastic arms, there was a glitch where you could turn into a car, and there was a glitch where you could become a normal guy. I could go on about this for a while, but some things speak louder than words. Okay, yeah, we can't do that, I'll get copyright claimed. This trailer was very worrying for the fact that it didn't include any of the characters that Fox had the movie rights to. I mean, this couldn't be a problem for LEGO, could it? I mean, Disney didn't own the movie rights, but LEGO was allowed to make sets for them. They released one that year. You couldn't call something LEGO Marvel Superheroes 2 if you weren't going to include the X-Men and the Fantastic Four, right? I wanted to get this game to relive my glory days of LEGO Marvel Superheroes 1, because, newsflash ladies and gentlemen, my brother sold that after I got to 100%, and I'm still not convinced that it wasn't because I got it before him. They're not selling the first game anymore, so let's hope that this sequel can fill the void that game left. What the fuck? You know what? As this game is downloading, I want to know, what was the reception? And there's no better way to check the reception of something than Google reviews. By far the worst LEGO game I've ever played since I started playing them when they came out with the Star Wars series. Absolutely horrible. An abomination to not only the LEGO series video games, but video games as a whole. Trying to control a character while in flight is by far the most infuriating thing between not being able to aim, land by pressing the back button L, or even control the camera angle. Hopefully everyone involved in the production and release of this failed abortion were fired and replaced by more competent people. So good. Game features are incredible, and character designs are, well, good. 1 star. Looks like people are fairly split on this one. Guess I'll just have to find out for myself. LEGO Marvel Superheroes 2 came out on the 14th of November 2017 and is about Kang the Conqueror taking 17 locations from the Marvel Universe and putting them together to make Chronopolis. The Marvel superheroes have to band together and stop Kang and save the multiverse. And this is before multiverse was in every movie or whatever. They did it before Spider-Verse even. And this leads me to my first issue. Nobody that Fox owned the film rights to are in the game. And this is 100% Disney's fault. Disney are the ones who didn't want to promote the rival brands by fucking making X-Men and Fantastic Four prominent in the comics. So I have no doubt that they're the ones behind this. I like that this game picks up after the original and kind of redoes the Guardians of the Galaxy post-credit scene, which makes sense because they were warning Nick Fury about something. I actually don't really like how this game looks. It's like it's trying to go really comic booky with the designs, but then it's putting in the realistic MCU designs. I just don't think it works well together. I don't like when things are too comic booky. I like the way that the first one found like a middle ground between it. I don't like the way that Hulk and Iron Man look in this game. In particular, I would have much preferred they went with this Hulk design from 2014, but these are just my preferences. The game starts off in the Guardians ship, and you get to play as Star-Lord, Gamora, and Drax. Star-Lord is genuinely really fun to play as, and my favorite attack to use is when he jumps up in the air and shoots everything below him. He's also able to use his gravity booster, which destroys everything around it, and I think that's important for a LEGO game. I think you have to be able to enjoy smashing things. On top of Star-Lord being fun to use, You also get the best ability in the game, which is the ability to turn on Mr. Blue Sky or Come and Get Your Love whenever you want. Although they do just use the same 3 seconds of the song and loop it over and over again. And that does get annoying after a while. Some of the snippets don't loop very well. This game does have an issue with throwing in useless characters in missions just because they feel like they have to be there. Like, the first mission, Gamora, I don't know how fun she is to play as because I've never had to play as her. This game made a huge improvement on the customizer. I wish they brought back the Big Fig customizer like they had in the original LEGO Marvel Superheroes, because that was really fun, but this one is a massive improvement over the previous games. And due to any of the characters that Fox owns the movie rights to not being in the game, I decided to welcome Deadpool and Wolverine. Wolverine has all his classic abilities that he would have, and Deadpool walks like a woman. It works for him, though. He kind of makes it work. This game is riddled with bugs, and I don't mean any of the fun ones like the first game. I mean, like, completely game-breaking ones, like boss doesn't load into a mission kind of bugs. I don't know how anyone could have playtested this and not found these bugs, because I'm just playing through normally, and these bugs just throwing themselves at me. The Egypt level especially was where these bugs became very apparent for me. What? What the fuck is that thing? Excuse me? What? The bonus missions were such an iconic feature of the last game that I think that this game, it was important that they kept the style of them, even if they couldn't use Deadpool. So I do think Gwenpool was the best possible option for them to choose, but I just wish they didn't have to replace him at all, because Deadpool doing the bonus missions just, I don't know, it's just better for me. I've decided to create another classic Marvel villain. Everyone please welcome Hitler.
And remember to stay on your guard. Generally, Wakanda welcomes its new neighbors, and the majority of people seem to coexist in peace. It's only the few that tend to cause trouble. Be on the lookout for anything suspicious.
Sounds familiar. I like this guy. Can't tell if he's a good guy or a bad guy, but I like him. You can even see him on the map.
You ever hear about that old Hulk selfie craze?
One thing this game does do right is it has a lot of references to the previous 2 games. The Hulk selfies were a big part of the LEGO Marvel Avengers game.
It flew out the window.
What the fuck?
Oh, no, wait!
How does this even happen? He died. I think I just soft-locked my game. Okay, this is just sad. What? What?
Dad, just one picture.
What is going on?
All day, you know.
You aren't going to leave me alone.
What?
Say, the dystopian empire shall rise again within Chronopolis.
Why is there a cube?
With cheese, if it's all the same.
What the fuck? I guess I'll take a picture with it. Why does this count? What? He looks like he's in carbonite. Hitler has all his classic abilities, like his electricity gun. Wait, what? Why is Rocket the Raccoon inside of me? I don't think I even need to say anything about this one. Aw, look at that. Hitler and America settled their differences. Apparently not. He did deserve it, though. Probably a lot more, to be honest. I don't know what it is about this game, but it just doesn't have the same charm as the original. I feel like the multiverse is just there to throw in random characters, like random extra characters to play as. I don't give a shit about cowboy Captain America or medieval Captain America. I just want to play as my favorite Marvel superheroes. And that includes the X-Men and the Fantastic Four. I think the old map was better. I preferred being able to run around Manhattan because that's mostly what a Marvel superhero does. I don't want to have a hub world that takes tiny parts of each location. I'd prefer if they just made it like LEGO Marvel's Avengers, where you have Manhattan and then you have some smaller hub areas that you can go to. When you come into a sequel, you expect everything the first game did, but better and more. And this just doesn't feel like a sequel. It feels like a downgrade. Now that I've beaten LEGO Marvel Superheroes 2 to 100%, I can say it disappointed me. But replaying it also taught me what I really liked about the first game. It was just LEGO Marvel Superheroes, as purist. Back when it felt like love was being put into these games to make sure they weren't broken messes, back when a massive corporation didn't stop them from creating the game they wanted to create. It wasn't just the gameplay or the story that made LEGO Marvel Superheroes so great. It was the feelings it was able to get us to feel and the experience that it was able to give us. When I first got LEGO Marvel Superheroes 2, I tried my best to play it through all the way to 100%, but I just couldn't do it. What I really wanted was to experience LEGO Marvel Superheroes again. And luckily for me, something was about to make that possible. LEGO Marvel Superheroes is without a doubt one of the best LEGO games of all time. And sometimes sequels just don't live up to the original. But just because they're bad, it doesn't take away from the original or the memories that we made when we were playing it. The reason the sequel couldn't live up to our expectations is because the original was just that good. Sometimes nostalgia is right, and sometimes the sequel is doomed from the beginning. Sometimes it's better to not have a sequel at all. Maybe Stan Lee was right when he said,
And that, true believer, is exactly how it should have ended.
"Oh no, it's happening again!"